story about a little boy. And now, young man, right there. All I want you to do is give me a boy's name we should use. Michael, very good choice, Michael. Now, it's the first day of school. Something I guess all of you can relate to. It's the first day of school. Michael gets into his classroom with all the other kids. And the teacher starts going over all the rules, passes out the textbooks, pencils, and all the rules about like raising your hand to ask questions, how you have to have a buddy to go somewhere, all those rules. Then the teacher takes down this vase, and she pours it out. And inside the vase is a bunch of coal. And she tells the students that if you obey the rules, and especially this last one I'm going to tell you about, at the end of the year, this coal will transform into diamonds, because coal can do that. And so she took the coal, and she put it piece by piece back into the vase. And then she told the kids, the most important rule is never come in, never look at the vase, never touch it. As long as you obey the rules, I guarantee you, each and every one of you will get a diamond. Well, now Michael, he was a good kid, but he was a little skeptical. And he thought that maybe that teacher was telling one of those little white lies. You know, one of those lies where you tell something so people behave. He didn't really believe that that coal could turn into diamonds. So one day in October, right before school ended, he signed out to go to the restroom. And then he stayed in it, and he hid. And he hid, and he waited, and he waited. And finally, he couldn't hear any more noise. He thought everybody went home. So he sneaks out. Oops, he forgot. When everybody goes home, they turn out the lights. The school's kind of spooky, but he's determined. He walks in, he gets into his classroom. He goes up to that vase, he picks it up, and he pours that coal out. And he goes, I knew it! I knew there wasn't diamonds in this vase. So he hurries up and puts all the coal back in. But he didn't see that he forgot one piece. And then he ran home as fast as he could, just like I told you. It was kind of spooky there in the school with the lights out. Well, the next day the teacher comes in. She comes to her desk, and what is the first thing you think she sees? So that's right, she sees that lump of coal laying on her desk. She knew somebody was in the room after the coal. She puts it back in, and now she's really, really angry. And she asked the class, who was after the coal? And Michael, he was afraid. He didn't want to get in trouble, so he didn't say anything. And of course, none of the other kids said anything, and she asked again. And Michael still didn't say anything. So she said, I'm sorry, but I have no choice. I'm going to have to punish all of you. So she said, no recess and extra homework for everybody. Well, the class was really upset over that, you can imagine. So Michael goes home. He doesn't feel very good about what happened. The next day of school comes, he goes up to his teacher, and he says, I have to confess. Please don't punish my friends. Punish me. I'm the one who did it. I'm the one who went after your coal. And she said, Michael, I admire you very much for having the courage to tell the truth. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll take all the punishments away. From now on, recess is back on, and no more extra homework. And Michael said, except for me, right? And she said, no, Michael, even you, for telling the truth, you don't have it anyway. So Michael was really happy, but she said, wait, you will get a punishment. But yours comes at the end of the year. You see, when everybody else gets a diamond, you're going to get a lump of coal. Well, Michael still didn't really believe her, so he was just happy that he had recess. And he went home, but the teacher, she was kind of upset that everybody was in the room looking at the coal, so she took this cover to put over to guard it even more. And then, the months start flying by. Next thing you know, it's December, and you have Christmas or winter break. And then you have spring break. And the days are just rolling along, and the next thing you know, it's June, and it's the last day of class. And everybody's really excited because they're talking about going to the beach, going swimming, vacations, all the stuff you do, not having to get up early in the morning for school. Everybody's happy. The teachers collect the books. And now she goes, class, I told you, I promised you that if you obeyed the rules, each and every one of you would get a diamond. So she took the cover off the coal. She got out her little dish. She took the vase and she poured out all the diamonds. And she gave a diamond to each and every one of the boys and girls in her class. That is, except for Michael. And so what I did is, I took that lump of coal and I put it on a keychain. So it reminds me that no matter how big I get, no matter how old I get, there are rules that each and every one of us have to follow. Rules help us live together. When your parents give you a rule, it's not because they're trying to make your life difficult. When your teachers give you a rule, it's to help you succeed. No matter how old you get, we all have rules. And rules help each and every one of us. Thank you for listening to my story.